to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing off my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a little overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introduction from the company I'm meant to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Leo's Pizza, a magical place where grown-ups alike, where fancy and fun come to life. Leo's Entertainment is not responsible for damage, property, or person. Upon discovery of damage or death of the third, a missing persons report will be filled within 90 days or as soon as property premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced, blah blah blah. Now that might seem bad, I know, but there's nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters get a little quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I was forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got buff, I'd be a bit irritated at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the heart of the children. You need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware. The characters tend to wander a bit. They're left with some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to wander around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah, it's amazing how the human body can live without a frontal lobe, you know? Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk you and the night watchmen here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, they probably won't recognise you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules at Leo's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Leo suit. Now that won't be so bad if the suits themselves wasn't filled with crossbeams, wires and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forced in one of those could cause you a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts that you would see of you that would see the light again would be your eyeballs and teeth, which would likely pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, the first day should be a breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night. Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this, she made it today too. Congrats! I won't talk quite as long this time, as Leo and his brothers tend to get more active as the week progresses. You might need to go ahead and peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone is in their proper place, you know? Interestingly enough, Leo himself doesn't come off stage very often. I heard he just becomes more active in the dark, though. So, hey, that's another reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasise the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera views, and blind spots happen to be right outside your door. So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door lights. You might only have a few seconds to react, but not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check the curtain in Pirate's Cove from time to time. The character, Mio I think his name is, he seems a little unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off him for a long period of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon. Hello? Hello? Hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last for this long. I mean, they probably moved on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant. Anyway, I better not take up too much of your time. Things are starting to get real tonight. Hey, listen, I had an idea. If you happen to get caught and want to avoid getting stuffed into a Leo suit, try playing dead. Go limp. They might think you're an empty costume instead. Then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might try to stuff a metal endoskeleton into you. I wonder how that would work. Yeah, never mind, scratch that. Just don't get caught. Well, okay, I'll leave you to it. Catch you on the flip side. Hello? Hello? Hey, well, day 4. I knew you could do it. Hey, listen, I might not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kinda glad I recorded my messages for you when I did. Hey, can you do me a favour? Maybe sometime, you could check inside those suits in the back room. I'ma try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. I always wondered what was in those empty heads back there. Oh. Hello. Hello, and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Leo's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things that you can expect to see on your first night here down in this new and exciting career path. Now I want you to forget everything that you may have heard about the old location, Some people still have this somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kinda left to rot for a while, but I can reassure you, Leo's Entertainment is committed for family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied to some kind of criminal database, so they can detect the predator from a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only second night guard to work at your location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift, so hey, lucky you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night, and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. The restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So, while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode, so when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room, so then they try to go find a room where the people are, and in this case, your office. So our temporary solution is, there's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely, so every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. As for the rest of them, we have a even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots seeing you as an endoskeleton without its costume on, and wanting to stuff you in a suit. So hey, we've given you one of Leo's masks he wears sometimes during the show. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually everything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is that the modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have a light. And even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. Yeah, you should be golden. Check the lights, put on Leo's mask if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hello? Hello? See? I told you your first night wouldn't be a problem. You're a natural. I'm sure by now you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location. We just use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them. They even started retrofitting them with some newer technology. But they were just so ugly, you know? The smell. So the company decided to go in a whole new direction and make them super kid friendly. The older ones shouldn't be able to walk around, but if they do, the whole Leo's mask thing should work on them too. So, whatever. I love those old characters. Did you ever see Mio the Pirate? Oh wait, hold on. Oh yeah, Mio. Hey listen, that one was always a bit twitchy. I'm not sure the Leo's mask trick will work on Mio. If for some reason he activates during the night and you see him standing in the far end of the hall, just flash your light at him from time to time. The older models would always get disoriented with bright lights. It would cause a system restart or something. Come to think of it, you might want to try that on any room where something undesirable might be. It might hold them in place for a few seconds. That glitch might be in some of the newer models too. One more thing, don't forget the music box. I'll be honest, I never liked that puppet thing. The kids always call it Bluey because of the colour of it, but I'm getting off track. It's always thinking, and it can go anywhere. I don't think Leo's mask will fool it. So, just don't forget the music box. Anyway, I'm sure it won't be a problem. Have a good night and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hello? See? I told you wouldn't have any problems. Did, Mio appear in the hallway? Probably not. I was just curious. Like I said, he was always my favourite. They tried to remake Mio, you know? They thought that the first one was too scary, so they redesigned him to be more kid-friendly and put him in Kids Cove to keep the toddlers entertained, you know. But kids these days can't keep their hands to themselves. The staff literally has put Mio back together after every shift, so eventually they stopped trying and left him as some sort of take-apart, put-back-together attraction. Now he's just a mess of parts. I think the employees refer to him as the Mangle. Oh, hey, before I go, I wanted to ease your mind a bit about the rumours you might have heard lately. You know, how these local stories come and go, and they seldom mean anything. I can personally assure you that whatever is going on there, and however tragic it may be, has nothing to do with this establishment. It's just all a rumour and speculation. People trying to make a buck, you know. Our night guard during the day has reported nothing unusual, and he's on watch until opening to close. Okay, well, hang in there and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hello? Hello? Hey there, Night 4. I told you we'd get the hang of it. Okay, so, just to update you, there's been somewhat of an, investigation going on. We may have to end up having to close for a few days. I don't know. I want to emphasize, though, that there's a really just a precaution. Leo's Entertainment denies any wrongdoing, and these things happen sometimes. It'll all be sorted in a few days. Just keep an eye on things and I'll keep you posted. Just as a side note though, try to avoid eye contact with any of the animatronics tonight if you can. Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition systems. We're not sure, but the characters have been acting really unusual, almost aggressive to the staff. They interact with the kids just fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare. Anyway, hang in tight. Oh, it'll pass. Good night. Hello? Hello? Hey, good job. Night 5. Hey, keep a close eye on things tonight, okay? From what I understand, the building is on lockdown. No one is allowed in or out, you know, especially considering any previous employees. When we get it all sorted out, we may have to move you to the day shift. A position just became available. We don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. We're gonna try and contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Leo's Family Diner, or something like that. It's been closed for years though. I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down. Well, just get through one more night. Hang in there. Good night. Hello? Hello? What on earth are you still doing there? Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down. At least for a while. Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back. A brown one. Someone used it. Now none of them are acting right. Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night. We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday. You'll be on the day shift. Wear your uniform, stay close to the animatronics, make sure they don't hurt anyone, okay? For now, just make it through the night. When the place eventually opens again, I'll probably take the night shift myself. Okay, good night and good luck.
Hey, glad you came back for another night. My name is Bloodrain. I was the previous night guard. Anyway, I'm getting off track. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I promise it'll be a lot more interesting this time. We found some great new relics over the weekend, and we're out tracking down a new lead right now. So, let me just update you real quick. Then you can get to work. Like, the attraction opens in like a week, so we have to make sure everything works and nothing catches on fire. When the place opens, people will come in the opposite end of the building and work their way toward you and past you and out the exit. Yeah, you've officially become a part of the attraction. You'll be starring as a security guard. So, not only will you be monitoring the people on the cameras as they pass through, to make sure nobody steals anything or makes it out in the corner or stuff like that. Now let me tell you about what's new. We found another set of drawings, always nice, a Mio head, and a desk fan. Very old school. Metal though, so watch your fingers. Right now the place is just, flashing lights and spooky props. I honestly thought we'd have more, but now, if we don't have something really cool by next week, we may have to suit you up in a furry suit and make you walk around saying boo, heh. But like I said, we're trying to track down a good lead right now. Some guy who helped design one of the buildings said there was like an extra room that got boarded up, or something like that. So we're gonna take a peek and see what we can find. For now, just get comfortable with the new setup. You can now check the security cameras over your night. With the click of that blue button, you can toggle between the hall cams and the vent cams. Then over at your far left, you can flip up your maintenance panel. Reboot any systems that may go offline. Also, I wasn't joking about the fire. That's a real risk. The most important thing you will need to watch out for is the ventilation. Look, this place will give you the spooks, man. And if you let the ventilation go offline, then you'll start seeing some crazy stuff, man. Anyway, keep an eye on things, and we'll try to have something new for you tomorrow night. Hey man, okay, I have some awesome news for you. First of all, we found some vintage audio training tapes, dude. these things are so old. I think they were like training tapes or other employees or something like that. So I thought we could leave them playing over the speakers while other people walk through the attraction, dude. That would make this place feel legit, man. But I have a better surprise for you. And you're not going to believe this. We found one. A real one. Uh, Gotta go, man. Well, look, it's in there somewhere. I'm sure you'll see it. Okay, I'll leave you with some of this great audio I found. Later, man.
Hello? Hello? Welcome to your new job as a performer / entertainer for Leo's Pizza. These tapes will provide you with much needed information on how to handle / climb into / climb out of mascot costumes. Right now we have 2 specially designed suits that double as both an animatronic and a suit, so please pay close attention while learning how to operate these suits, as incidents / injuries / death and maiming can occur. First of all, we'll discuss how to operate the mascots while they're in animatronic form. The animatronics are set to turn and walk towards sound feed. This is an easy, hands-free approach that the animatronics can stay where the children are for maximum entertainment / crowd-pleasing value. To change the animatronics to suit mode, insert and turn the hand crank firmly provided by the manufacturer. Turning the crank will recoil and compress the animatronic parts around the sides of the suit, providing room to climb inside. Please make sure the spring locks are fastened tight to ensure the animatronic devices remain safe. We'll cover this in more detail in tomorrow's session. Please remember to smile. You are the new face of Leo's Pizza. Hello? For today's lesson, we'll be continuing our training on proper suit handling technique. When using an animatronic as its suit, please ensure that the animatronic parts are tightly compressed and fastened by the spring lock located around the inside of the suit. It may take a few moments to position your head and your torso between the parts in a manner where you can move and speak. Try not to nudge or press against any of the spring locks inside the suit. Do not touch the spring locks at any time. Do not breathe on the spring locks, as the moisture may loosen them and cause them to break loose. In this case, the spring locks become loose when wearing the suit. Please try and move away from populated areas before bleeding out, as to not ruin the customer experience. As always, if there is an emergency, please go to the safe room. Every location is built with an extra room that is not included in the digital map layouts programmed into the animatronics or security systems. This room is hidden to customers, invisible to animatronics, and always off camera. As always, remember to smile. You are the face of Leo's Pizza. Hello. There's been a slight change in company policy concerning the suits. Don't. After learning of an unfortunate incident at the sister location involving multiple spring-locked failures, the company has deemed the suits temporarily unfit for employees. Safety is top priority at Leo's Pizza, which is why the classic suits are being retired to an appropriate location while they're looked at by our technicians. Until replacements arrive, you'll be expected to wear temporary costumes provided to you. Keep in mind that they were found at very short notice, so questions about relevance should be deflected. I repeat, the classic suits are not to be touched, activated, or worn. That being said, we are free of liabilities. Do as you wish. As always, remember to smile. You are the face of Leo's Pizza. This is just a reminder of the company policy regarding the safe room. The safe room is reserved for equipment and/or other properties not being currently used, and as a backup safety location for employees only. This is not a break room and should not be a place considered to hide, and under no circumstances should a customer ever be taken into this room and out of the main show area. Management has also been made aware that the Spring Mio has been noticeably moved, and would like to remind employees that the costume is not safe to wear under any circumstances. Thank you, and remember to smile. You are the face of Leo's Pizza. Hello? Hello? This is just to inform all the employees that due to federal restrictions, the previously mentioned safe rooms are being sealed at most locations, including this one. Work crews will be here most of the day today constructing a false wall over the old door frame. Nothing has been taken out beforehand, so if you left anything inside, then it's your own fault. Management also requests that this room should not be mentioned to family, friends, or anybody else. Thanks again, and remember to smile. You are the face of Leo's Pizza.
Dum 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 dum.